Hi, Nita. My name is Linda Husser, and I am so very proud of you. I want to thank you for getting the racial dialogue going again. And I know right now you're thinking that your life is kind of upside down right now. You didn't expect all this hoopla to come from this. You weren't out to gain fame or notoriety. You just simply called someone that you listen to on a regular basis, who you respect, you value their opinion, and you wanted to just get some feedback in regards to the challenges you were having in your relationship, in regards to the race issue and your husband not defending you. Now, I think that Dr. Laura, I know that Dr. Laura was completely and totally out of line. That is not even up for debate. It is what it is. And yes, there are people who are going to side with her, but those people, unfortunately, are in the same situation that she's in. They think it's okay to say the N word, they think it's okay to say insensitive things when it comes to African Americans. So we're going to just disregard those people, and maybe through this dialogue that's going on now, they can actually gain some understanding. I don't know. I would hope so. I pray that that is the case, because the world is becoming more and more cultural. And for those of us who are going to be stuck in the old days and who don't want to move forward, well, we will just continue to pray for them. Now, having said that, I'm sure right now you are just trying to deal with everything. You didn't expect to be on CNN, you didn't expect to be on Larry King, and there will probably be other shows that you will be on. But just take heart in knowing that God said that it wouldn't always be easy. Change wouldn't always be easy, and great things are sometimes expected from ordinary people. You are that great person. You handled yourself with composure, class, integrity. You were ethical, and you held your own. I think Dr. Laura was trying to draw you in, because at the end of the day, if she could at least portray you as being that angry black woman, then it would have shifted more onto that than the issue at hand. And the issue at hand was basically, you're in an interracial relationship. You feel that your husband doesn't defend you or back you up when insensitive things are being said, and you wanted to gain some verbiage, something, some ammunition, something that you could say when those things happen. Now, as far as I'm concerned, that should have been a 3-4 minute conversation. Basically, what is being said, what you could say to counter that. And I think she just went crazy when you first said that there were certain things that were being said that offended you. Because for whatever reason, and you don't have the chip on your shoulder, she has a chip on hers. She seems to think that, I guess, the N word, if it's said in a light way, is okay because these black HBO comedians say it all the time. Now, one thing that's got me kind of just fascinated is the fact that Dr. Laura actually looks at Def Comedy Jam on HBO. Something tells me that is not the case, but she wanted to buffer her response to you, because she had already formulated in her mind that she was going to say the N word in its entirety. And you opened the floodgates unbeknownst to you. That's not what you wanted to do, because you did not articulate the N word in its entirety. You just said the N word. So any thinking person would say, she's already expressed that that is, she considers that derogatory, so I will also go with the N word as well. But she just decided not to do that. It's obvious that Dr. Laura has some work to do when it comes to race relations, because how your question about what to do when insensitive things are being said turned into how black people voted for Obama and the NAACP, just lets me know that she's got some problems with President Obama, number one. Maybe there was some leftover residual anger when it came to Ms. Sherrod and the NAACP case. That was pretty clear. And she tried to clean it up. And like you said, she tried to make it seem as if you were out to get her. Now, that's a stretch because you were clearly calling her because you valued her opinion. And when she came back from the break, instead of her asking you what you thought about, that was the time when she should have said, you know what, Nita, or Jade, because I think you said Jade in the show. You know what, Jade? I thought about some things when we went to break, and I realized that I was a bit insensitive. So I want to go back to your original question and give you my advice. But no, she went round the mulberry bush, actually repeated the N word in its entirety 6 or 7 more times, and then hung up on you. She hung up on you because she needed to try to clean it up as soon as possible. So she goes into this, just answer the question. There'll be black people and Jewish people and Spanish people. But that wasn't what was the issue. The issue was she was insensitive, she was argumentative, she was confrontational, and you didn't go there with her. So she realized the only way I can clean this up is to put it back on you. So just know that you did the right thing. You got this debate going, and come on, Nita, let's face it. We are not where we need to be in regards to race relations. So it's going to take some time for you to heal. I understand that. But I want you to know that ordinary people have changed the world. You are one of those people. Continue to tell your story. Go on as many shows as you can, because Dr. Laura is going to try to spin this. She's already saying that she's going to end her show because her freedom of speech. Well, first of all, freedom of speech has nothing to do with what she was doing. Freedom of speech comes from the Constitution, and they basically put it in the Constitution so that the government could not curtail what we say. So she is bending and twisting words. Now, you do have the freedom of speech, but you also have to pay for the repercussions that come from what you say. So you are okay. I want to commend you for being that strong black woman, African American woman, whatever you want to call it, and holding your own and making us proud. Because at the end of the day, I think it is a lot of people's duty who don't quite understand African Americans, nor do they want to understand. They want to stay in the dark. But you showed them that we're not all angry, we're not all ignorant, we're not all stupid, and we definitely know how to conduct ourselves, even when we're not seen. Because she had no idea who you were, what you represented, but she could tell that you were a woman of dignity. And for that, I thank you. Oh, one more thing. I know you're saying that you don't want to talk to Dr. Laura, but I think under the right circumstances you should. She should reach out to you and actually invite you over to her $1 million mansion, and the two of you sit down and have tea and crumpets. I think that would be nice, because when President Obama realized that he had jumped the gun when it came to the white police officer and Professor Gates, he invited them both out to the White House for a beer. So never say never. You never know, okay? But if she doesn't do it on those terms, then let her go. She'll take care of herself. So thanks again, and know that this too shall pass. Have a great one. Bye-bye.